to the podcast. It is I, Michael, and as you can see, Matt's not back because not here. Sorry, not that he's not back. He's on a business trip right now. So because I can't talk to myself, I mean I could, but it'd be boring. I decided to invite my friends as guests, and so here comes KCHANN.
Hello, everyone. My name is Calvin. I'm a friend of Michael's.
That's what enthusiastic. Yeah, sorry, it's a little late, a little tired. I need more caffeine. But Calvin has decided to show up and be my guest of honor because you know what? Why not? It's fun, you know. And dude, I thinking back how we met was actually so interesting. Like, I didn't meet him in person yet, but I met him because I saw him drive by. I just remember your fit that was black, that's now yellow. We'll probably show it on the sky screen eventually. Just literally, I was at a light, and all of a sudden, I just see this little fit take the nastiest sharp left to beat the yellow. I'm just like,
Oh, I was so wanted to beat the yellow. I don't even want to be in like just sitting on the red light.
oh, I just saw the car lean.
I was
I'm like,
booking it.
yo. And it was like, yo, what's going on? And I know it's a modified fit because, like, you know, we see the wheels, I saw it lowered. I'm like, yo, it's sick. And then, funny enough, the following week,
Hold on. So the reason why I was
oh,
going
okay.
that fast is because I was not only trying to beat the light, I was trying to. So I do Uber Eats delivery, food delivery on the side.
Because
It's like a side hustle. And then I was trying to get as much order as I can just to make my quota, right? So I said, I just noticed the yellow light. I'm like, oh, I'm not waiting in line because it's because I think it was like a light traffic. So I just booked it. And then
this guy just
and then-
defending his record.
yeah. A few weeks later, that's when
Yeah, the few weeks, that was the funniest part. The fact that I met you, I was like, I was telling you, I was, yo, this fit was crazy. And next thing you know, a few weeks later, I actually met you in person because we ordered Uber Eats and you delivered
and
it.
I so happened to deliver it.
Dude, that's crazy.
So when I delivered it, and then I noticed, I saw him and his friends who were like, "Wait,
I saw your car. I know
wait,
this car.
wait, hold on, what's going on?" Right? And then it's just went, and I just turned off my app and I just hang out with him.
That was the funniest. We were his last, I guess, order. And that's also the first day I ever met this guy in person. And at that point, he was already a legend. And then what? Let's see. You've been in the car scene for so long too.
I have
right?
been for a very long time. Yes.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like it was just, I just laugh because now what I've known you for. That was during COVID years, eh?
So it was 2000.
It'd be 2020.
2020.
Well, 2020.
It was like, and it was like mid 2020.
Yeah, because it was getting warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of nuts. And then yeah, so like I don't know. So now it's been like what? This is 2025. I've known you for like 5 years, and I feel like forever.
I'll say it's like 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, and these are good friends. So I'm just
So-
glad that you were able to be a part of my guest, and we can talk about some stuff.
Can be here.
Yeah. But anyhow, well, how about this? Let's start with this. How did you like? When did you start like getting into the car scene stuff? Like when you start actually looking at cars and like be like, I like this stuff.
So I was about 15, 16 years old, and then I didn't even have my license. I knew that I liked cars because,
Okay.
and then I started going to like car shows, even shows that don't even exist anymore. And then moving the timeline fast forward. That's when I first bought my first car. I knew exactly what I wanted because I was very inspired with a Japanese EK9 Honda Civic Type R, like the 96 to 2000 range.
So your first car was
I knew I wanted one of those,
Okay.
but because of the restriction of the 15-year-old car, obviously couldn't import one
Oh,
at
okay.
the time, right? So I found one here in Canada, and I'm like, I might as well just make like a replica, make it as close as possible, just to know that I have one.
You made one.
You
made one.
So yeah. Obviously, you go through the stages of different parts, like replica parts. 'Cause I was always young.
Yeah.
I had like a part-time job, and then I could only afford so many things. So as it progressed, then I started buying authentic, and then realized that authentic quality is actually way better. So then I just stuck with it.
So your first car is that right there on the screen?
Yeah, that one right there. It didn't look like that before. As this was near the time when I was about to sell the car.
So this is like the final form.
This is the final
where you
form.
got it,
Yeah. So I went through different phases. This was the final form because I knew that I wanted the EK9 and I wanted to replicate it. So this was like the final form that this, okay, I'm not gonna overdo it. I just want to keep it simple, OEM plus.
So what was done to the car?
So the front lip was from an EK9. I had thin side moldings for that car, but I never got the chance to install it. Parts back then was pretty cheap. Mirrors was from the UK.
Also, those are actual EK9 side.
They're EK9 or EK4 from the UK because the difference between the Japanese and the North American US DM, they tilt differently. So like the whole housing is tilted more inwards on one side. So that if there are some cars you will notice if you were to stare at the car dead center, if you look at the mirror, you can see one is more tilted the other way in the passenger.
Funny how you said that. I actually noticed that before on the CRZ where like the driver's side just a little more.
Yeah, it flares out more and then the passenger will always come in.
Yeah, and it's like
you won't notice it till you actually really look at it.
Yeah, and I just thought the hinge was like getting weak. So I was like,
yeah. So I wanted to make it more functional for because I'm gonna be driving it. This was my first car.
Cool. That's kind of cool. Fun facts.
And then eventually just change the whole interior, Recaro seats, EK9 headlights. I'm still rocking my replica grille when I first had the car because it was kind of one of those things where like, hey, that was my first part that I've actually bought.
That was your first.
It was like, yeah, I was like sentimental. So
okay.
And then eventually I went to a 5-bolt conversion. The true 32 millimeter EK9 5-bolt.
Yeah. It's got stuff. See, Kalvin OG, bro. Go off the bar, sidebar. The SR3s, you were saying like they're heavy, and I'm like, how? There's not even airbags in them. Like, how heavy can they be?
Yeah. So you were mentioning that you want to order one.
I would like.
Let's say you want to order from Japan. SR3s are not light. And the reason being is because since it's a reclinable, there's a lot of metal bracketry. There's a lot of metal material to sustain that. Let's say if you get into an impact, it has to require standards.
Yeah, so it's like still those collapse on.
Yeah, right? So you can tell. So automatically you would think like metal's gonna be thick.
Okay.
Right. Whereas opposed to like a bucket, it's just a fiberglass shell.
Yeah, those weigh like 10 pounds.
Yeah. So and also you gotta consider it's the bottom rails that are attached to it because usually when people sell the seats, they'll come with brackets. And then often Integra or a Civic, and then that ties in with the weight of the seat. So.
Okay. I guess didn't know that. That was just a real little like sidebar thing I want to talk about.
Like when I put on the SR3s in the seat, it was heavy,
but it was worth it.
It was bottom heavy. It wasn't.
Because all the
weight it was on the bottom.
The bracket and stuff is on the back. Okay.
But it was quality seat.
Was it good?
It was really nice.
Would you recommend?
Would I recommend for daily? Black one is the way to go.
Yeah. For
sure. As opposed to a red one. I had the red one. It got dirty so easily because it was like the Alcantara.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it rubs.
So it rubs on the side bolsters. And then the only flaw that I can say is about those type of seats is that there's so in the bottom seat there's like a tension fabric.
Okay.
So it holds the bottom seat in place.
Okay.
Those tend to split.
Like at the seam?
So how should I say this? Imagine it's a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Right? So on the edges of the piece of paper, there are metal rings that hold that piece of paper or piece of fabric in place.
Okay.
And then the seat will go on top. So somewhere near 3 or 1/3 of the paper, it'll split. Right.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. So I think that's because it's a weaker point. But over time, there are replacements out there now.
Oh, okay.
So back then, there was no replacement, and I was young. I didn't know where to
just replace the whole seat.
So I just replaced the whole seat.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. Okay, so first car, a Civic, right? I met you when you had the Fit, which is like your fourth or third, or I don't know how many cars you have at that point. And then your second car is?
So my second car is the Acura CSX, which is the Canadian version of the FD2 Honda Civic in Japan.
You know, because you said CSX, I forgot your car was a CSX.
Yeah.
I literally thought, like, hey, I got a Civic and then another Civic.
I kind of cheated. I didn't do the full conversion, but I did swap out most of the parts. What FD2?
Yeah, you did, though. Like, the front end was FD2.
Yeah, the front end was FD2 rear bumper.
Yeah.
The headlights are FD2.
good.
But in the one that you see in the picture, I change once in a while. I was running 2 bumpers. So it's like,
Fancy boy.
depending what I wanted, I was going to choose FD2 real bumper, or one day I would choose a James Racing.
Fancy. Jeez.
Something different, you know, just to
Dude, I love that thing.
keep the, you know, the
Keep it spicy.
passion of the car that I like.
Just keep it
I don't get-
spicy?
yeah, I keep it spicy. I don't get bored of it.
Dude, I love that thing, dude. It looks so cool.
Yeah, so this was my second car. So what happened with the EK that I had, I just started parting everything out. So all the parts that I had on that car, pretty much bought this car.
So you parted it out, and then you sold the car off, and then you jumped into this. Okay. Is there a... So far, you've just been Honda, right? So, like, do you have, like, a... What makes you go, like, this is the car I want? Like, what makes you go, this is what I want?
So
How do you determine that this is the car I want to build?
a small story I can say was I was with my parents, and I was at my parents' friend's house.
Okay.
He was like a car enthusiast, a very mild car enthusiast. He had a bunch of car magazines. So usually my parents will talk to them, and they just leave me alone in the living room doing whatever
Children's
children's stuff.
Kids would be
So I
kids.
stumbled upon was it an Option magazine? It was definitely like a Hong Kong magazine or a Japanese magazine. I don't remember.
An Asian
It was an Asian
magazine with cars in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my first thing that I saw was a white '96 Civic Type R, and I remember this very distinctively because it had a red tow hook and it had Kose wheels on it, and then the interior was half the interior was gutted. It did have the same Recaro seat. And then they were showing another car back to back because I think they were comparing cars.
Okay.
So the second car was a red DC2 inside red Type R.
Must say.
And then I said, you know what? The red one's not for me. I like this one.
That sounds cool.
Which is the white Civic Type R.
That's cool.
And then from then on, it was just Honda. And
you were just into it.
Yeah, I was just way into it. And I asked my parents' friends, hey, can I have this magazine? And then they're like, yeah, take it. You know, I was a child, right?
Of course. Whatever.
It's a car thing. You know, every kid likes cars, right? So then it's just, here you go.
Okay.
So then I was just constantly like looking at the photos. I don't read any like Chinese characters. I just like looking at pictures.
You looking at pictures.
Yeah. So over time, I started buying like Super Street magazines and Honda tuning magazines, and then eventually, I just started like picking out parts. Like, oh, I like this, and this was like way back when, right? So
yeah, I remember those days. Even as a kid, it's like, yo, one day I'm gonna have a NSX with ITBs and whatever the Speed Academy stuff.
Oh, I was nothing like that. I was like, I wanted like Altezza. I want Altezza wheels, Altezza taillights on my Civic, you know? And because it was different back then. Now it's just more modernized OEM plus. Back then was just, they call it the Racer days. So what did Matt say? It was raced in like
race-inspired cosmetic enhancement.
There you go. That was the most popular thing way back then.
You know, big wings and all that stuff, but it was just a stock car, man.
So like audio stuff. I wasn't into that. I was more strictly into like the race car. It was like that was pretty bad.
It is. I like it. Because a lot of times, just let's be real, even like my car now, like, yeah, it's full bolt time, but let's be real, that wasn't that hard. Everything else is more aesthetics, right? Like body kits, wheels, wing, aesthetics, because that's what you look at the most, right? Open out the door, you go walk out to your car. First thing you see is not the engine.
Yeah. You're the most proud of looking at your car, just the appearance.
Exactly. Oh, TEs, I made it. I did it. I wanted them. I got it. Right?
Work hard for them. Well deserved. You could stare at it.
My body kit. Model list. I made it. You know, I'm just like, Oh yeah, and then you start the car. Oh yeah, it has
Oh
headers,
yeah.
right? Oh yeah, it has exhaust. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh yeah, it's stock.
Yeah, I see that. Well, okay, so then you always been a Honda. Realistically, you've been a Honda fanboy since young,
Yeah,
and then you just kind of kept it.
yeah. I mean, I do like other cars. I would say I like the
Uh-huh.
Nissan like S chassis, like 13,
Mhm,
14s,
mhm.
but I never really got in depth with it.
Like
And
you didn't. It wasn't like as
I like looking at them. I've never really like
want one.
want one.
Yeah, whereas the EK, I want that.
I was destined to get one. Like
Determined. You were
I was determined to
determined.
get one.
Okay, okay, and then the CSX as well, because
Yeah.
JD USDM FD2 basically.
Yeah. So at this point,
Uh,
when I had the FD2, I was just looking at prices for the EK9s as well. Because as you get older, you're making like adult money, and then
you could
you're
have
like,
spent well.
should I buy the EK9? But
Oh, you bought it then? It would have been good.
it would have been good because it was cheaper back then. It was
10 grand in landed in court.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
sure. But like now, it's just everything's just prices raised
Dude,
up.
I get so mad every
So
time I think about that.
yeah, that's another conversation. But yeah, I wanted to buy the EK9, but for me, realistically, it wasn't really great for. I mean, it wasn't not great, but if I was gonna daily it, I wouldn't want to daily a right-hand drive car
Yeah, exactly.
because I was keep in mind I'm still young, right? So
Yeah, so it's like you only can have one car, kind of.
yeah, I can only have one. So after the EK, I switched to this, the FD2.
Mhm.
That was my other daily. So
Oh, you want to talk about your fit then? Because I know you had the fit in this car simultaneously,
yes,
and so
so
you also have two cars. So like, how did the fit into the equation then?
I see what you mean. So after I was doing Uber Eats, funny enough, in that FD2 with the Jays Racing bumper, with the Type R bumper, and then I was like, you know what? I really like this FD2. I don't want to make it worse as it is because wherever I'm delivering to, sometimes it's very sketchy. Like the roads were so bad.
I lost my whole under tray.
Right? So I don't wanna keep going at it. So I'm like, you know what? I need another car so I can just do strictly just Uber or just doing work stuff, like hauling stuff
Mhm,
around, right?
mhm.
So then I found the next fit. So I found a fit.
Right
So
there
right
on
there.
the screen.
So I knew that I wanted the GD because that's one of the popular chassis.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
And then I was like, okay, I want to make something different. So I started looking, I got all antsy. I want to start modding stuff again, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm already modded the CSX. So I'm like, okay, let's mod the fit. I mean, I'm already doing an Uber Eat run. I might as well look cool doing it, right? So then the next thing I did was I bought new wheels. I went through like two sets of wheels, no, three sets of wheels for that car.
Yep.
And then I started looking at, okay, how can I make it even more different? So then I wanted to do a JDM conversion.
Yeah, the JDM front end really I think you're one of the first people I've met that actually did the conversion. I know there's others.
There are others, but they don't daily like I do.
Yeah, it's like that's their pride and joy. That's their
Yes.
show car.
That's their show car,
Yeah.
100%. For me, I would like the show car too, but it's like one of those love-hate relationship. It's like I love the car, but I don't care for it.
Yeah.
But I still care that I don't want to get into an accident with it because I
Yeah.
still like the car.
But you still want it to look cool while you drive the car too.
Yeah, right. So and then I started doing the front end conversion and then just little bits here and there.
Mhm.
Just well, you get bored and you start want to mod stuff, right?
Look at
So
us
and
together.
then so the wheels I had were the one that you saw me with the wheels were Koze K1s.
Yes, and I still seen them until you recently or this
Yeah.
year.
So believe it or not, I think when I saw you, I had Pirelli. No, yeah, Pirelli P0. What is it? Trofeo R's.
I know.
It was
I
like
know.
two two
I asked
five.
you why you need that wide of a tire on your little fit. I
Yeah.
asked. I met you at the gas station where we always wash our cars when I lived near there. I asked you why. He's
It
like,
was like
'Cause
225 50 50.
yeah, you don't need it.
Feels
You don't
thick.
need, dude. You don't need it, bro.
And like
You put,
chunky.
dude. Oh my gosh, every time you do this to me, I just want to like, oh my, I'm punching air. I'm like, this guy just cheesing me right now. This guy's testing my patience. You don't need all that. But
So It looks like a cartoon, right? So I think it looks like a cartoon car.
It does. It's a little.
Because it's like a
Looks
bubble
so.
tire, you know.
Yeah, it looks so gangster. It's just like I had to admit, it does look cool. I just from a
It's
practical
like a
standpoint.
cheating tire tuck, you know. So yeah, eventually I lowered it, and then eventually I just sold the Kozeis for a good price, and the price I wanted. And eventually I just bought tees.
OGTEs.
Can't say no to tees.
Tee. Tee. Because the OGs too, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks so different. Looks so good. The black and white thing, but it became yellow after, and I still like it. But I still sometimes go back. Oh man, when it was black,
Yeah.
that was kind of cool.
But yeah, I just put like swing calipers because I've got a great deal on it. Why not? So I need to have braking power for doing all these Uber Eats.
Yeah, man, because you need to stop all that
Oh look,
weight,
you can
right?
see. Look, I'm wearing the same sweater.
Yeah, because you need all that braking power to stop your 107 horsepower car, right? Yeah. Oh, okay, buddy.
Show up to Chronicles. Sport.
You gotta show off. Honda's life, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
And then eventually, I like this car more often, and then I started driving this more daily, less of the CSX. And then soon enough, I met a friend. I didn't. So I had friends that was buying a car, and then he was selling his old car. So I asked.
so we're talking about your TSX now.
Yeah.
Mm.
So he said, "Hey, I got a car. You want to buy it?" I said, "Okay. What is it?" Acura TSX stock. And I said, "Okay." I asked him a few questions, checked all the boxes that I had. Okay.
All right.
Sure, I'll buy it, but I gotta sell all the stuff first, whatever I have on the CSX. Something new. And sold all the parts. Uh, used the money that I sold the parts for to buy the car again.
So you rinsed and repeat.
I rinsed and repeat. And then eventually I got rid of the CSX.
Can I just say, like the TSX? Oh my gosh.
Well, actually, I still see the CSX, the Acura CSX, the FD2. I still see it because the person that I bought it started to mod it as well.
The person bought it from you?
Yeah, we kept in touch.
Oh, okay. But isn't he's in the area, like the town?
No, he lives.
He's out of town, right?
Yeah, way out of town.
Like Welland,
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Yeah, like out there.
Like 2 hours away.
Yeah, but he'll still show up and be like,
yeah, we have cars. When there's like a car show, like the CSCS, like he would pop up.
Oh,
like,
okay.
oh, hey, that's my car. My old car.
Okay.
He just tells me his plans. It's cool to see it.
But see, I don't miss your CSX that much. I miss because you drive the Fit so often. I don't see your TSX, and that's the one that always tickles my fancy.
So the TSX, as you see in the photo, is how it looks now. Right now, I only drive it maybe like 3 times a month. I mean, in the summer season.
Dude, I think I only saw it a handful of times.
Yeah, so I realistically don't want to keep it. It was pretty mid when I bought it.
Yeah.
It had a few dents, but I got a PDR.
Yeah, you put work into making it.
So, yeah, so now it's one of those things where I don't drive the car. It just holds all my rare parts.
It just
install it. Instead of putting it on the shelf, it's on the car, but the car doesn't.
Talk about the newest rear part you got? Huh? It's newest?
I won't say it's rare, but it is the newest part.
Oh man, I almost felt a crab coming out. Yeah.
You good?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I almost felt a crab.
No.
But yeah, well, I mean, it's pretty rare considering who else bought a Group BEV carbon intake.
I did buy a Group Edmonton intake. I don't have any photos, but you guys can Google.
So, yeah, it's carbon. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, it's carbon. It has a really distinctive sound to it.
Yeah, because now you draw in more air.
Yeah.
So your cold air, because you used to have like a cold air, it's similar but not the same.
I think it's the design of how that intake was made.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like more ram air, right?
Yeah, it's a more ram air, and then it's weird because as soon as you turn the car off, it makes a little like a whining sound.
Huh?
Yeah, it's. I'll show you later.
When you bring your car, yeah, right now it's still cold. Yeah,
so but yeah, that was the hopefully the last part I bought. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the last part you're gonna buy?
Probably. Maybe one of the last parts I bought. Dude, that's $1,000 intake.
So?
That's so expensive.
Yeah, buy more. What do you mean?
I literally, when I installed it, I literally just turned on the car, gave it a few revs, turned off the car, put a car cover on it, winter started. I haven't even driven it yet.
Oh man, I don't know if I like your car on the Regas more or it's...
Yeah, so yeah, these are
sorry, that was so off.
with another set of wheels.
Dude, my favorite setup on your car was still with GP wheels. The
The Mugen
Mugen
GP?
GP
I had Mugen
7
GPs.
spokes. You still have them?
No, I sold.
You sold them, right? Yeah.
Those. That once I sold. I think I sold when I sold that. I used that part of the money to buy the.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so
Because, dude, I just like don't sell your car, please. Don't sell your car, please.
But I mean, I will drive it this summer more often, just because I'm curious on how the intake sounds.
I know, but I'm saying never sell your car,
'Cause
please.
Because before the intake, I bought a new exhaust for it,
Yeah,
and I still haven't even.
the Mugen one.
Yeah,
It's
so
dual exit, right?
I bought a Mugen
Yeah.
dual exit titanium exhaust, semi-titanium, I think.
It should be titanium.
The muffler is titanium, the pipe is stainless steel.
Oh,
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I've tested it with a magnet and everything. It's just
oh,
So
okay.
there's like 3 different types, I think, of
Oh,
Mugen exhaust for the
probably
same
just an
line.
axle back, whereas well, whatever. Titanium's titanium. It sounds good. Sounds good. Does it sound good?
I don't know. Without putting under load, I haven't really driven yet. But I've never seen anyone put a Mugen exhaust and a Group N exhaust or intake, and then put it together and go for a run.
But it'll be
or
different
sound
because
clip.
intake and exhaust clips are gonna be different. So
Yeah. So I haven't seen any examples. So try and put those 2 together.
Nice, nice.
So then eventually I kept driving the Fit still.
The Fit also has a Mugen titanium
Yeah.
intake. I mean, sorry, exhaust.
Titanium
As
exhaust.
you can tell,
yeah.
it's late. I'm tired. Sorry.
So eventually there was a show going on, like a car show. And then I like to like joke around. Remember that time where I was just like, hey, would it be crazy to wrap my car?
Are we talking about that right now? Like when we wrapped your car on the whim?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, bro, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy literally was like, I want to wrap my car
I
yellow.
was joking.
And then I'm like, yo, I'm down there. I'll help you do it. And he's like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, you down, I'm down. And then I thought that was enough for him to be like, I'll think about it and then I'll do it later. Next thing you know, this guy goes, yo, I bought the wrap. I'm like, what?
Yeah. The show, so the car, there was a car show that was in like 2 weeks. And I said, you know what?
Was it 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks because we did the wrap. No,
No.
3 weeks.
It was about it's like about 3 weeks,
3
almost
weeks
a month out. And you're like, and now we made that joke. You bought the wrap on the remaining 3 weeks. We wrapped it on the last 2 weeks. And then luckily nothing went wrong. So you were able to go present the car.
Yeah.
And now you're egg yolk.
I'm a egg yolk, yeah.
It's a egg yolk with a little egg white.
It was either the yellow or red.
Yeah,
but I want to do yellow because so Jay's Racing is also yellow, but not this color, but yeah, same
yellow.
thing.
Yeah.
Spoon is also yellow. So I'm like, you know what? That's both worlds. If I ever want to switch decals or
Yeah, make it to a livery.
Yeah. And it's something that's out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, because you didn't want to wrap. I remember the conversation we had, like, I want to, but at the same time, you're like, I don't know if I should because it's a fit and there's a lot of
Yeah, so
imperfections and stuff.
Yeah, so when it was black, I had a lot of dents. There was a few rust spots. It was like it's not perfect. It was never a perfect car.
Well, it's your daily too.
It was my daily, right? So and I'm like, okay, well, I was talking to Bem about wrapping cars, and I'm like, I've always wanted to wrap a car.
Because you wanted to wrap Bem's car because that was our original intention.
That was the original intentions. But it sparked my idea that hey, I've never really wrapped a car before. I've always wanted to wrap a car, but not on a car that I would like.
Yeah.
On a nice car, like a summer car that I enjoy.
Because we still believe paint is king. Wrap is just temporary, and you didn't want to really. Let's be real. The TSX is so nice, dude.
Yeah, so that's original paint. So I don't want to taint it, right? Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Let's wrap the Fit. It was never perfect, anyways. Let's make it better.
Oh, we did, dude. We.
Thanks to Ben and Donald, they're the ones that helped me out, and Michael.
I did a gas cap.
The gas cap.
The perfect gas cap. If you all look at the gas cap, review the work I did on it, please, and send me a score out of 10.
So it was my first time wrapping the car, right? Donald had a little experience with his car.
Yeah, because he wraps his car. Yeah.
So and also thanks to Underground Syndicate.
Yassine pulled through.
So he kind of sponsored me, kind of.
Brother, my guy did a whole panel for you.
Yeah.
He literally did the
He
whole
did the roof?
rear, not just the roof. He did the quarter panel. Dude, I watched this all unfold. It was the funniest thing ever. We were like, we got go slow and like pull it down, whatever. This guy literally
just
grabs the
literally
panel,
grabbed it,
whap,
drop everything.
within like 5 minutes. We're
And
just
I'm
looking at
like,
each other like,
wow.
bro.
So
I
he
felt like a
kind
little
of
kid.
he kind of sponsored in a way like if I needed help that I
He was sweat labor. He was labor. It
Yeah.
was like sweat equity stuff.
and he gives out advice.
Yeah.
So it was a big help.
He taught me how to wrap a gas cap.
Yeah.
And see, I love you.
Yeah, and then went to the show to surprise some certain brands, and then
That was a quick surprise, right?
yeah. So I had 1 week to just drive the car, trying to be low key as possible.
It was it worked.
Well, with yellow, it's not low key, but
Luckily.
just to see if anything lifts up.
Yeah. Because I remember meeting you at a meet and he's like, ooh. Car's out, ooh.
Yeah.
Immediately.
I had a friend saw me while I was driving home, and then he was like, "No way, no way!" And then the whole time I'm just like, "Shh, not yet," because I haven't posted any photos,
Not tag me.
no videos, no Instagram stories.
Yeah, we kept it on download. And dude, we didn't even post. Dude, I wanted to make it into like a whole story with your car too, but whatever. We wanted to keep it on the down low, so whatever.
But it worked out.
It looks good.
Now it just looks one big banana with white wheels.
Like yolk.
Yeah.
Like yolk. Look at that. Look at that stand pot right now.
Yeah. But there are plans.
There's more plans?
There will be more plans this year. So keep an eye out on my Instagram. No YouTube channel, but
It's okay. It's okay. Maybe I'll film your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So perfect time for an ad break. So thank you all for watching and listening to me and Matt yap about random stuff. But if you'd like to support us further, we create merch for you to buy. So we have air freshener, a flight tag, right here. This is what it looks like. And a keychain as well. This is actually pretty cool. I have it on my own keys. We also created our t-shirts. This is so this is what it looks like in the front, like so. And on the back, it has a description of what we stand for. So it's all here. If you want to purchase and support us, there's a link down below. Just go through that and yeah. So I guess that's all I wanted to say. So okay, back to the show. Well, anyhow, here's the thing though. That's not like an ending. It's not ending. What I was trying to say is you've been in the scene for so long now, and you've seen the transition from when you first got in and saw the car scene until now, which you're still a part of, going to shows and stuff like that, right? What's your thoughts on that? Like, do you like where the change is going? Do you think that this is a good trend? Like,
I do like the trend now. It's not as flashy anymore as back then.
Is it not?
Mm,
Like some of the body kits out there.
there are a lot of aggressive body kits, but I don't think it was designed for its purpose.
So explain that to me.
So I would say maybe let's say if you're looking back at the Racer days, there would be like a body kit called like a Barracuda kit, like with these weird names.
Yeah.
It's got like crazy vents, and I've never seen it on the track ever.
Yeah, because it's show cars.
It's show cars. But now you hear something like Varus kit, and then they're actually designed to take the wind, like
they're actually purposeful.
Yeah, it's like meant for like time attack and stuff.
Like they're actually used for racing rather than before it was just a style.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it could be for style, but
I mean, let's be real. Half of the car shows are show cars, which is style, right? So,
but I'm not saying it's bad. It's actually really good. That, you see things progress.
Yeah. So you actually like how things are going.
Yeah. There could be like aggressive body kits for track, or something like OEM plus with like factory but tasteful. Different modded tastefully.
That's hard because again, style and taste is very subjective, right? Like I'm like you, where OEM plus is a big deal for me. I don't want to wide body my car. I don't want to cut into my car. I want my car to just look. It's easy to recognize as my car, but it's not so crazy that like it's out of this world, like
You're afraid to
extra.
you're afraid to drive it.
Like, like it's just meant to go to a car show and be parked. I don't want that. I want my car to be able to serve its purpose as a car, getting driven around, going on performance drives because it is a sports car. Like the BRZ is a sports car. Let's be real, right? Be able to utilize the car for all its intended purposes while looking good, which is where I'm not saying that my monolithic kit was meant for like, drag reduction or like be more aerodynamic.
Mhm.
Even my wing wasn't meant for that. My wing was literally strictly for style. But make it look good, but still be usable is my most important thing, right? So that's the thing. But then like on the show cars, I'm seeing like,
It's like look, it's like going on a track, but also look good doing it.
yeah, but then the show cars are like more like it's crazy. Like my one of my current favorite cars, I forgot his name, but he goes to the next one actually. It's this like I think it was like it's like a greenish gray wide body BRZ with a lot of carbon and everything like on the interior. It's like all like the engine bay is all carbon Kevlar. And I'm like, that's so cool. But
It's
it's
cool to
so cool to
look
look
at,
at, but I
but
can't
yeah, you can't see yourself doing it.
I can't because I'm afraid. Like, it's like if I do that, like, like I'm worried about like heat soak management, like because again, being a very like
Also,
technical
you're
guy.
putting so much parts on it, you don't know when to stop.
Exactly. Well, even then, like I just say once I complete it, it's all good and said and done. I can't put any more. Let's be real. There's always a cap. Either it's financially or actually physically a cap, right?
100%
But it's like
financially.
it's like I'm so scared that like, okay, at that point it's like, especially with the way that, I like to send it on track and stuff. What happens if I actually, break it? Now, like, even with the body kit on the car now, I'm kind of
Because you spend so much money on it, your hard-earned money that you
Mhm.
work for.
But I still, yes, exactly. I put so much effort into it, my heart and soul into the car, and now I'm worried that like, what if I just make one silly mistake, my fault or not, and then boom, I can't fix anymore. Like again, my lip now is discontinued. My Model Lista lip is discontinued.
Mhm.
It was never meant to be for my car, anyways. I just made it work. My wing is also apparently one of few in the world now because the plant burned down. I don't know how real true that is, but you know,
Now you're just afraid to just run it.
I'm afraid now, yeah. Which is why like show cars scare me, and I'm pretty grateful for my Series Z, not gonna lie. But what I try and get to is yeah, like those new show cars are so extravagant that it's actually to me is a little scary and jarring now. Right? So like I also like where it's going because it's creative,
You
right?
see a nice car, you're like, "Oh, damn, that looks really nice." But
I can't do it.
I would hate for that guy to like
Mhm.
something were to happen when he's going home.
Yeah, because back in I think in the older years, why I prefer the older year stuff because they still drive them.
They still drive them.
Like they still drive them like as intended. But the newer stuff is definitely a little bit more just for like flash and glitz and glamour.
Flex. It's just pretty much
Yeah,
flex at this
which
moment.
is where like I'm kind of like I like to look. It's very good eye candy. But I really don't know if this is my cup of tea.
I like looking at all the cars like that just because it's just like brings back memories. Like,
Oh, for use
this used to
nostalgia.
be cool. Yeah, it's very nostalgic.
Yeah, I think it's still cool. Like I still think that like
It's like, would I do it? No. I would do it a little differently, maybe, but
mm,
it's cool to look at.
I still think that no, I would definitely do the same. Well, again, it's subjective, right? Maybe you don't like the fact that he put equipped 40s on his car. Maybe you want equipped on ones instead,
Yeah.
or maybe Meister CR ones.
Yeah, there's always something that like you want to change.
Exactly, like but like at the end of the day, it's like seeing them on the road definitely makes you go like, ah, it's cool. Whereas seeing at show like car shows, it's cool too. Don't get me wrong, it's still cool seeing air rides and stuff. I love that. I love it when a wide body car's on air rides because like you can see a slug like the photo finish, like a photo of that like car that's aired out on the ground is definitely gangster. But I would hate to drive it every
Mhm.
day, and I do like to drive whether I
It's
want
like
to or not.
reality kicks in. You're like, oh, I don't know. It looks
Uh,
cool. Like,
I love it. I know how it looks, but
but I don't think I could drive home like that.
yeah,
It's roads are so bad.
exactly right. Which is why like I'm kind of like I like the car show has evolved so much that I don't even know. It's definitely like a hard thing to like understand. Like it's like a hard thing to not understand, but like a hard thing to accept. Sometimes like this is where we're going, and
But
maybe
I also see a lot of people doing it like a track setup because track cars usually takes a beating. Like every
yeah,
corner, every
yeah, yeah, yeah,
bump,
yeah, yeah.
right? So people like to do build track cars and then drive it daily, just because they know they can.
But they also track the car.
They also track the car, yes.
Yeah.
So that way, it's just less worried because it's like, oh, I'm not gonna bottom out because I know this is built for track. Suspension's a lot stiffer, you know.
You would think that. Trust me, I bottomed out on stiff suspension. Sometimes you just don't.
Well,
Sometimes
usually for show cars, they're afraid to bring it up.
dude, that's the thing, right? So, but the cars, I do think that the car scene now is very, very interesting too.
It's changed.
I-
It's
yeah.
changed a lot.
I do think that the styling wise, it is better. I still remember there was a time and phase where like I think it was called either the Cyber Evo or something. There's this body kit that resembled an Evo, like an Evo 5, Evo 6 with a big round like fog light couch shroud and everything.
Mhm.
And then you can put it onto any car. It was like different bodies for different cars. And you put them on and it just adds all that. But like as a kid growing up, looking at it, it was so cool. That was the
so
coolest.
cool.
But now I look back, it's like
It was
which one?
cool back then.
Now it's like,
let's
yeah.
just keep it from the. Let's just keep
Yeah.
it back then.
I think we should just stop comparing the past and the future sometimes because of that. Again,
Because we're so used to, as as I guess car scene progress, we're so used to seeing like clean versions now, like more elegant versions.
I still think that OEM Plus is the way, but I understand like why people go and get crazy wide bodies and stuff like that.
Like I do appreciate, like I won't say like racer stuff, but I would say maybe like the era back then. If I were to see a car and if I was judging, I would judge it to a point where, okay, you knew what you were doing. Let's see if everything has been properly done, like in terms of like body line, paint, because I'm pretty sure back then the judges were like, oh, this is this.
But now paint is rare. Most people just wrap
It's
the
very rare
cars.
now. Especially with the wraps nowadays, like I've seen some wraps that
Look like paint.
look like paint.
Yeah, because they well,
It's
if you
been-
don't look at it too closely, it does.
it has been improved a lot. Like wrap wise, it's crazy what you would see.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait until I can't wait for this car show season to start. I'm so excited. I have so many things.
as everyone watching, it's wintering now. So
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the reason I'm in a t-shirt because I'm fat. I'm warm, but I'm indoors.
it's so cold.
You're not fat enough.
I know. So I think now because everyone's just modding their cars slowly in the winter season, we're just kind of more excited to see what 2025 is.
I already heard some stories about what they want to do to the cars. I was like, I want to see it happen.
Okay.
But anyhow, where can we find you if people want to look up your stuff? You want?
So you can just check out my Instagram. Usually I post quite often. Maybe like I try to post every 2 days. Story wise, I just post my like daily life, like where I go eat.
You can go look at his cool cars.
Yeah, I mean, if you see me, you can approach me. I don't bite. If you have any questions,
I can look at his TSX every night before I fall asleep.
oh, no, don't do that. That's why I'll never come out.
It's just me out of your car.
Oh God.
If you don't sell just whatever you do, just don't sell your TSX. That's all I gotta say. Don't sell it. If you sell it, you have to let me know. Maybe I will take it off your hands.
I mean, if the price is right.
I mean, if you sell it right.
I mean, depending on the parts, what's on there.
It depends on what you're giving me.
I mean, there is another car.
No. Oh, right. That's what we forgot.
Yeah.
Your other random car purchase that you made. Was it a purchase?
It was. I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because that was a doozy of a story too.
It is it's a. I would say it won't be complicated. It's very deep. I would say it's very Well, I would say it's complicated, but in the end of the day, it's mine.
Yeah. So it's the Lexus LS 400.
Yeah, it's the
right there,
Lexus.
perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Lexus LS 400. That's the new car that I got. Because I'm very antsy of. I really wanted to do something again, so this car pretty much fell in my lap, and I'm like.
He said his TSX is near perfection, so it's like I need a new project.
Yeah, I need a new project.
Oh my lord!
I mean, I still haven't finished the project on the fit.
Yeah.
I do have coils that I bought.
Yeah. Yeah. When are we installing that?
I have no idea.
I'll figure it out. But yeah, the Lexus. So you bought that. That's a new
So
project.
that's a new project.
So VIP stands. Is that how we going?
Yeah. I'm not the only one that owns it. I also have a partner. He also, it was his idea that he wanted a VIP.
Oh, okay.
He said, "Well, wouldn't it be cool to have a VIP?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do with this car. That's the only thing you can do with this car.
Let's be real.
I mean, you could do a drift car, but I'm not into drifting.
Yeah.
It's
Also,
cool to watch, but
bro, what are you
not
gonna
my
do?
deal.
Put a 6-speed swap into it, and then it's not too much work.
So I just wanted to make it like, wouldn't say budget, something decent that I can just lower it just a little bit.
Make it classy.
Yeah, and then it's just not meant to go fast.
Yeah.
Just meant to just go to like a small car meet, go to a car show, and then just kick it with friends, you know? But
True.
nothing fancy.
True.
But I have bought wheels for this car already. I'm saying.
Build in progress.
I just haven't really received it because I purposely put it on C-mail. So it's gonna take like 2-3 months
Oh, okay.
for it to arrive.
Bro, when you said C-mail, I just imagined the letter C and then mail, like email.
Oh,
My brain just flips.
it's not email, it's C-mail.
Yeah, so it's like it's getting
folded
over.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
God, that hurt my-
we're a winter month, so I don't mind.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's no rush.
that's okay. Yeah,
But it's gonna be a long project.
long term, right? Yes, exactly. TSX and fit first.
TSX and fit first, but TSX is pretty much done. I mean, there's still maybe 2 parts I need to buy, and then it's done. Done, happy with, satisfied with. Oh, actually, wait, I lied. There's like 3 parts.
The list gets longer and longer and longer.
Yeah. Which one of the part was thanks to him.
Me? Oh yeah, but you bought it.
I've bought it, but it hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah, but you bought it. It's just a matter of whenever it decides to land. Yeah.
So paid already.
Yeah.
Majority of it's paid already.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. You bought it.
I'll keep it a secret.
When you see it, you see it. That's another reason why I'm like, you can't sell your car.
Yeah.
Because like I'm like, yo, I'm calling dibs. If you gonna par it out, sure, but
We'll see.
all the things I'll do.
Put parts in it, drive it for 1 year, then just part it.
Oh damn, no.
Because there's a lot of people that actually do that.
I know. I can't stand
It's a
it
shame.
sometimes. But I mean, that's their
hobby.
motive, right? That's their status quo. So I can't. Some people like to keep things long term. I'm a very sentiment person, so I keep all my stuff as long as I can until something happens. So
I keep my stuff as long as I can until the market goes up, and then I sell.
this guy's a scalper, bro.
I buy rare parts, rare wheels, and then I would run it for myself. And then maybe a few years later, I'll see if I could sell it.
Yeah.
For more, if anyone's interested.
If you don't use your Regas this year, let me borrow them real quick.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, anyhow, well, once again, you want to look for Kalvin, KCHANN underscore K.Chan
underscore K.Chan with 2 N's.
Yeah.
And then
it'll be in the description there. Please like what you see, subscribe to our channel, and follow us on Instagrams to be up to date with your stuff. We also got merch, so please buy and support the channel. I'm broke. I need to support my car hobby dreams. And I guess that'll be it for this episode. Thank you, Kalvin, for coming.
Thank you very much.
Can we do the no? You can't just do a normal handshake and then. Okay.
There you go.